So Sony just dropped their summer state of play, and for once it wasn't two good trailers buried under remasters and live service stuff nobody asked for. This one was loaded, genuinely too much to keep track of. So I sat through every single thing they showed and pulled out the 13 that actually matter. Let's get into it.
There's a wounded man! Nasty injuries! It's like a beast tore him apart!
A beast? Out here? Are you drunk or something? Do him up and show him out. But he's still weak, so be careful.
Come on, what's going on?
Save your ammo.
This is ill. And I already know exactly what half of you are thinking. This game isn't real, it's never coming out, it's just another fancy tech demo. I've seen the comments. But it showed up at yesterday's State of Play with a brand new story trailer and an official 2027 release window. So it's real, it's coming, and now let me tell you why you should actually care. It's a first-person survival horror game where you wake up in a rotting, dark fort overtaken by some mysterious entity, and you very quickly realize you are not the apex predator here. The whole thing runs on brutal, realistic physics, a full dismemberment system, body horror everywhere, and these unpredictable monsters they're calling aberrations. Basically Resident Evil, if Resident Evil was actively trying to make you sick. And here's what should kill the doubt for good. It's the debut game from Team Clout under the Munfish banner, the Atomic Heart people, with team members who worked on Until Dawn and It Welcome to Derry. This nightmare is built by people who know horror. It's real, it's coming, and it's gonna mess people up. This is Stuntman Hollywood, and this was hands down the reveal I did not have on my bingo card for 2026. I'm watching this thing, the Knight Rider car and the DeLorean roll in, and my brain just goes, wait, is this a Stuntman game? The series has been dead for almost 20 years, and Saber Interactive just brought it back out of absolutely nowhere. So here's the idea. You play a Hollywood stuntman, and the entire game takes place on actual movie sets. You're recreating iconic scenes from real licensed films and shows. Fast and Furious, Back to the Future, Knight Rider, Death Race, pulling off insane stunts on the director's cue. And if you go off script and do something even crazier, you rack up more stars. It's basically an arcade racer crossed with the magic of being on a film set. And the part I love, this is Saber working directly with Universal, with clear burnout and split-second energy in every crash. A nostalgia revival nobody asked for that somehow everybody suddenly wants. I'm completely in on this one.
So you're the next one? The one whose rear we'll have to cover?
The people left behind back on the continent need something to hold on to. Some sort of symbol that inspires hope.
We will be in visual range of the land battleship soon. That's giant!
Enemy artillery intensifying. Damn it! Where's Wings when you actually need him, huh? All units return to base.
Where are you going, Copter?
Cover Tasha, Rex!
This is Ace Combat 8, Wings of Theve. And if you've been waiting on this one, the wait's basically over. It's the first proper mainline Ace Combat in 7 years, since Skies Unknown back in 2019. It was teased at the Game Awards, and now it's locked in a release date. If you've never touched an Ace Combat game, here's the pitch. It's an arcade flight combat game where you're essentially a one-man air force. You play a fighter pilot whose entire navy gets wiped out in a surprise invasion, and now you and the crew of a ship called the Endurance are fighting to push back. It's set in Strange Real, this world that looks like Earth but absolutely isn't. And the series is famous for telling these surprisingly dramatic, emotional war stories in between the dogfights. The campaign this time is even written by an actual anime film director, and the spectacle is unreal. They've got a giant land battleship as a centerpiece threat, the kind of ridiculous, over-the-top set piece this series does better than anybody. Even if flight games aren't your usual thing, Ace Combat has a way of making you feel like the lead in a war movie. So if you're into high-speed dogfights or just love a good underdog war story, definitely give this one a look. This is Kemuri Hunt the Unseen, and the second this trailer started rolling, I could not look away. It's one of the most stylish things shown at the entire state of play. Flying through the air on feathered arms, swinging across the city on a giant frog's tongue, skating up the side of skyscrapers. It looks incredible. So what is it? It's a yokai possession action game set in Kemuri City, a chaotic place sitting right on the border between the living world and the afterlife, where spirits and humans basically coexist. You play a yokai hunter who uses an ability called the Fox Window to see the supernatural stuff nobody else can. But here's the genuinely cool part. You don't just kill the yokai you hunt. You form a contract with them and wear their power as possession apparel, so slapping on a different yokai completely changes your look, your movement, and your entire fighting style. And the person behind all this is Ikumi Nakamura, the Ghostwire Tokyo creative director who went viral on stage at E3 2019. This is the debut game from her studio Unseen, and her first time fully directing. So if you loved Ghostwire Tokyo, or you're into fast, flashy character action, this one belongs on your radar.
I see much from my perch atop the tree of tranquility. Yet, there are some outcomes that are uncertain, even to me.
Dragons! Let's roll!
Your heroics will no doubt be the stuff of tales twice told throughout the Glade of Dreams.
This is Rayman Legends Retold, and if you've been waiting for Rayman to actually come back, this is it. After more than a decade on the bench, the little guy is finally getting a real return. They didn't just remaster the best game he's ever been in, they rebuilt it from the ground up in full 3D. For anyone who missed it the first time, the original Rayman Legends from 2013 is one of the greatest 2D platformers ever made. Tight controls, gorgeous art, endlessly creative levels. Retold reimagines all of that with a new 3D art style, a brand new story with fully voiced cutscenes, every original world plus a new sixth one, and those incredible musical levels are back. And the 4-player couch co-op chaos returns, Kung Foot included. Now, going full 3D on a game people adored for its hand-drawn look is a bold, slightly divisive move. Totally fair to be nervous about it. But the folks who've already played it say it still feels like Legends. So if you love couch co-op platformers, or you've got any nostalgia for Rayman at all, this one's a no-brainer.
Hard woman to track down.
Well, you found me.
Ms. Croft, I hear when it comes to retrieval, you're the one to hire. This isn't about glory or money or making the world a better place.
This is Tomb Raider Legacy of Atlantis. And this is a big one for longtime fans. It's a complete, ground-up remake of the very first Tomb Raider from 1996, the game that basically invented the 3D action-adventure formula, rebuilt from scratch in Unreal Engine 5. And Lara has honestly never looked better. So this is Lara Croft's origin story, fully reimagined. You're exploring these gorgeous, lost-to-time locations, the jungles of Peru, ancient Greek ruins, the deserts of Egypt. At its core, it's classic Tomb Raider. So you've got the tomb raiding and those clever environmental puzzles the whole series was built on. Her dual pistols are back, and at one point, she's straight up squaring off with a dinosaur, because that's just how the original rolled. Lara's got a new look and a new voice, the whole game rebuilt from scratch, but it's unmistakably the adventure that started it all. It's co-developed by Crystal Dynamics, the studio behind modern Tomb Raider, alongside Flying Wild Hog. The one catch, and I won't sugarcoat it, is that it got pushed back, so the wait's a little longer than we hoped. But from what they showed, it looks worth it. So if you love a good puzzle-driven adventure, or you just want to see where the legend of Lara Croft began, keep this one locked in.
Doesn't matter. A beast isn't far from an Oni, you know.
You do well to follow his example.
I thought you'd see the appeal, Musashi.
That castle on the mountain.
Musashi, I sense Genma. Prepare yourself. No ordinary Genma can move like that.
This is Onimusha Way of the Sword. And this is the one a lot of you have been waiting on. After nearly 20 years, Capcom is finally bringing Onimusha back. But here's what makes this special. They didn't just show it off and tell us to wait around. They dropped a playable demo right there during the show. You can go play it right now. If you've never touched the series, here's the deal. It's a stylish, brutal samurai action game set in a dark fantasy version of feudal Japan. You play as Miyamoto Musashi, the actual legendary swordsman who gets his hands on the power of the Oni, and you carve your way through hordes of demonic monsters called Genma that have overrun Kyoto. It's fast, it's bloody, there's real personality to it, and the combat looks razor sharp. People who've gone hands-on are describing it as Devil May Cry meets Resident Evil with a little bit of Sekiro thrown in, which is about the highest praise samurai action can get. And the best part is, you don't have to take their word for it. So if you're into Sekiro, Nioh, or just satisfying, bloody sword combat, go download that demo right now, because the full game is right around the corner.
Hey! Who's there?
Simon. Are you there?
This is Silent Hill Townfall. And at this point, I just have to respect the grind, because this is the third Silent Hill game in 3 straight years. We got the Silent Hill 2 remake, then Silent Hill F, and now Townfall. A franchise that was basically dead for a decade has turned into a yearly machine, and somehow, they keep being good. This one breaks from tradition in a couple of cool ways. Instead of the usual foggy American town, Townfall takes you to St. Amelia, a fog-drowned coastal town in Scotland. You play a man named Simon who gets pulled back to this place to set things right, only to find it quiet, abandoned, and very wrong. And it's played entirely in first person, which is a big shift for the series. You're creeping through the fog, solving puzzles, and mostly trying to avoid the things hunting you. There's even a creepy little pocket TV that warns you when danger's getting close. It's made by Screenburn Interactive, the studio formerly known as No Code, who are masters of slow, atmospheric, deeply unsettling horror. So if you love a proper psychological slow burn, or you've been riding this Silent Hill comeback, put Townfall right at the top of your spooky season list.
Something is coming. I have to go. It felt like an earthquake. But it was just a paperclip. falling off a desk. The tiniest tremor before the main event.
Jesse.
This is Control Resonant. If you played the original Control back in 2019, you already know Remedy makes some of the strangest, most jaw-dropping action games out there. And this sequel looks like it's cranking the weirdness all the way up. Here's the setup. Reality is unraveling across Manhattan. Buildings folding in on themselves, gravity bending, the whole city warping like a bad dream, thanks to a mysterious cosmic force rewriting the rules of existence. But here's the twist. You're not playing Jesse Faden, the hero of the first game. You're playing her brother Dylan, who was basically the face of the enemy last time. After years locked up by the shadowy Federal Bureau of Control, they're letting him out and pointing him at the apocalypse because his powers might be the only thing that can stop it. It's a supernatural action game built around Dylan's reality-warping abilities, a deep upgrade system, and that signature Remedy storytelling that's always one beautiful step away from making total sense. It's also tied into the same universe as Alan Wake, so the lore runs deep. So if you loved Control or Alan Wake 2, or you just want the most surreal, mind-bending action game of the fall, this one's essential.
So, what was your favourite from today?
I liked the Alisol.
What did you like about it?
He's big and loud.
I think my favourite is the Diplodocus.
This is The Lost Wild, and it might be the dinosaur game I've actually wanted for years because it flips the whole genre on its head. In almost every dino game ever made, you're the one with the shotgun mowing them down. Not here. In The Lost Wild, you are firmly at the bottom of the food chain. The dinosaurs are the apex predators, and you are very much the prey. It's a first-person survival horror game set on an island full of overgrown, abandoned research facilities. No guns blazing, no power fantasy. Instead, you scavenge for scraps, cobble together makeshift gadgets, and use distraction and stealth to survive creatures that are faster and stronger than you. And the dinosaurs run on a systemic AI, so they actually behave like real animals reacting to you, not dumb enemies with health bars patrolling on a loop. It's from Great Ape Games, published by Annapurna, and after going quiet for years, it just resurfaced looking absolutely terrifying. So if you loved the dread of something like Alien Isolation, or you've always wanted a dinosaur game that genuinely scares you, keep a close eye on this one.
Akashima Island, haunted by dark stories. Our goal, confront the evil, corrupting paradise. This is Dead True International.
This is Until Dawn 2, and this one came completely out of nowhere. Nobody had a real numbered Until Dawn sequel on their bingo card, but here it is. The 2015 original was this cult classic interactive slasher, where your choices decided who lived and who died, and the tagline this time says it all. Everyone can live, and everyone can die. The setup is genuinely perfect for this kind of horror. Instead of a snowed-in mountain lodge, you've got a tropical island that looks like paradise, and a crew of paranormal content creators behind a popular ghost hunting channel. Except they've never actually seen a ghost. Their whole show is fake. So of course, the one time they end up somewhere truly haunted, the act is over and the dying begins. Your decisions branch the entire story, and this time, even the relationships between characters change how things play out. Now, the big twist behind the scenes, it's not Supermassive making this one, it's Firesprite. But the cast is stacked, with Neil Newbon, Dacre Montgomery, and Peter Stormare returning as the creepy Dr. Hill. So if you loved the first Until Dawn, or you're into branching, choice-driven horror, this is absolutely one to watch.
Let's see if we can find the one that got away.
Redhead.
Might be our only lead. Looks like she took off into the industrial park.
All right, let's search the area.
Give me a status update.
Perimeter stable.
This is Marvel's Wolverine. And it's no accident Sony opened the entire state of play with this one, because the second it started, it made a statement. This is the most brutal, bloody, vicious thing Insomniac has ever made. It's a single-player action-adventure starring Logan, and where Spider-Man was bouncy and quippy, Wolverine is dark, grounded, and savage. The combat's been completely reworked, faster, nastier, all about aggressive combos, counters, and finishers about as gory as a Wolverine game should be. The mission they showed has Logan tracking down the Reavers, a squad of cyborg mercenaries kidnapping mutants, and he carves straight through them to get his people back. They drop some great lore, too. In this universe, the X-Men don't exist. Instead, Logan's part of a group called Team X, and he even teams up with Jean Grey for some devastating takedowns. There's a clever twist where Logan can actually die if his heart stops mid-fight, but pure rage and adrenaline can kick it back to life. And right at the end, the trailer slipped in a serious tease of Sabretooth, Logan's most iconic rival. So if you've ever wanted a Wolverine game that fully commits to how brutal Logan really is, this is shaping up to be essential. This is God of War Laufey, and Sony saved the absolute biggest swing for last, because this is a brand new God of War. But here's the twist that changes everything. You are not playing Kratos. For the first time ever, you play as Faye, his late wife and Atreus' mother, finally stepping into the spotlight. Here's the setup, and it's a great one. Faye is dead. But after her funeral, she wakes up somewhere she was never meant to be, the Everywin, the afterlife of the gods. She quickly realizes the plans she made to protect Kratos and Atreus are falling apart, so she has to fight her way through the land of the dead to save the family she left behind. And the Everywin is the part that has me losing it. It's a realm where gods from every mythology collide, not just Norse. We even saw the Egyptian goddess Sekhmet in there, which means this series could finally push beyond Vikings and Greeks into entirely new pantheons. Combat looks like a perfect blend of the brutal old Greek trilogy and the modern Norse games. Sword, magic, juggling enemies in the air. And she's joined by some strange companions, including a talking cosmic cube voiced by Jack Quaid. This was the showstopper of the entire state of play. So if you love God of War, or you just want to watch one of PlayStation's biggest franchises go somewhere completely new, this is the one to be most excited about.